Okay, this next firework will going to be the palm type, named after the palm tree. It consists of 6 arches divided into 2 groups. I'll just turn them off here. As you can see, there is 3 arches in each group. Okay, we'll go into we'll scrap this one and start from scratch. Create an emitter object. Change the P to negative 90 degree. Apply. Go to the emitter itself. Under emitter tab, make sure it's on pyramid, and reduce the size to 3 mm. On both. And angle for the horizontal and angle for vertical change to 90 degree. Now go to the emitter particle tab and change both the birth rate editor and the birth rate render to 3000 particles. If when you come to render you have problem rendering the scene, you might want to reduce the birth rate editor and the birth rate render to probably 2000 particles. I'm using 3000 here. Okay, the start emission set to 70 and the stop emission to 105. Then go to the lifetime and change it to 30. The variation 100% and the speed leave on 150 with 100% variation. Put 15 degree on the rotation and leave it on 100%. Just run the animation. Okay. Now we need to add to the scene the gravity, the friction, the environment. On the friction, change the setting to 6 strength and leave the gravity on 250. Go down to the materials file, bring in the pyrocluster material and the pyrocluster volume tracer. Apply the volume tracer to the environment and set it to hazy. You can experiment with these settings, that's what I find useful. And set the material. Go to the user on the material and set it to fire. Press yes on that one. Change the setting slightly, the last color to gray rather than black. Drag it nearly to the end and then control drag one of the oranges and change the first one to brighter yellow. This is my setting. You can create whatever shades of orange you would like to have on your rocket, or maybe other color altogether. Leave the volume 100%, luminosity 100%, and density 10. Then go to the Edge tab. Drag the gray from the radius to the center. Drag the color mix black tab to the center. And leave all the rest of the settings as they are. Go to shape, set the radius to 25, and leave all the settings as they are on sphere. Then go to noise, set the regularity to 20%, the grow radius to 50%, leave that on 600, and all the rest of the settings as they are. And noise type should be on turbulence. Okay, that's it for this material. Apply the material to the emitter. Click on the emitter and call it sparks. Let's run the animation. Okay, let's just check the color. Okay. Okay, now control drag to duplicate the emitter we just created. Delete the material and name this one smoke. Go to File, Shader and Material, and get another Pyrocluster material. Apply to the smoke. Open the tab and the attributes, and the setting on the global should be for the volume change to 80. Leave the luminosity on maximum 100% and reduce the density to 0.5. Change the tab on the right to orange color. Slightly darker. And drag it to the left about 3/4 and leave this gradient slider in between. And the first tab change to light yellow, very faded yellow, creamy color. Leave all the setting here as they are. Go to the Edge setting. In the Edge, just slide the color mix to the right, just leave a little white at the end. Then go to Shape, change the shape to 200mm. Leave the rest as they are. Go to the noise, make sure it's a turbulence, and change it to 100% on regularity, 100% of radius, 800 on scale. Leave all the rest of the setting as they are. Run the animation. Okay, at this stage, go to File and do a save incremental of this file and name it. Go to the timeline and increase the timeline 160 frames. Now go to the smoke emitter and change the birth rate editor and birth rate render to 100 particles. Change the start emission 70 and stop emission to 103, just slightly before the spark stops. Lifetime on this one 50, 100% variation, leave that at 100% variation as well, and the speed increase to 160. All the end scale here to 3. Go to the emitter tab, change the X and Y size to millimeter, and leave it on a degree on the horizontal and angles. Now move from the perspective viewport to the front viewport. Then now we'll create the arch. I'll use for that a B-spline because it's more flexible. Just click near the emitter, then on top of the screen, and then to the right bottom corner to create the arch. Move further back so you can see more. Just drag this one slightly up, a sharper angle, and drag this point down. Just go to top viewport screen and just make sure that the arch you created is straight line and none of the points is pulled the other way. Okay, go back to the perspective viewport. Just turn it around so you're viewing it from the side. Now what we'll do is we'll create a line to spline tag and animate the emitters along the spline. Create a null object. Just bring it above the spark and the smoke. Right click on the, go to Cinema-4D tags, and the second one on the list is Align to Spline. In the Align to Spline tag, under Spline Path, drag and drop the spline. Then go back to the timeline, make sure it's on 0. Turn on automatic keyframing. Create a keyframe at 0. Create another keyframe on 70. Then another keyframe on 75. And one more on 110. Now go to the keyframe on 70, put the slider on there, and